Hey everyone, Caleb Simpson here with Hemp Daddies Therapeutics, and today I'm coming to you live from Bandera, Texas, and I'll tell you the significance in Bandera, Texas here in a minute. But first I want to give you a little bit more of a background about myself. I am a father of 3, I'm married, and we live in our RV full-time, which means we get to travel around a lot and see a lot of cool things, and we're able to run the Hemp Daddies business from our RV and wherever we are, because we run our store online, we have a drop shipper, so everything's able to be done virtually, and I'm the face of customer service. If you reach out to us, I'm the one you're going to talk to. Anyway, let's get started about today. So first, the significance in Bandera, Texas. It's the cowboy capital of the world, if you didn't know that, but that's kind of irrelevant to today's conversation because we're going to talk about CBD for ultra runners. And Bandera, Texas is the place where the Cactus Rose 100-mile race is held every year. It's held at the Hill Country Area State Park, and it's unfortunately closed this weekend, which means that race got moved. So the race course is being moved out to a place called Camp Eagle. It's kind of out in southwest Texas. It's amazing out there. It's in the beautiful hill country, kind of similar to the terrain we're in right now. You can't really see it because we're kind of foggy right now. But today's actually a really beautiful day. It's really nice and cool. But anyway, Cactus Rose race here in Bandera has a lot of significance for me because it was the first ultra marathon I ever did. I did the 50-mile course and I finished it in about 15, 16 hours. I can't remember the exact time. It's been so long ago. But like I said, it was my first ultra marathon, and so this place here has a lot of significance for me. And we're here visiting family this weekend. Unfortunately, we're not making it out to the race like we originally planned. But today I want to talk to you about CBD and ultra running and how it can benefit you. So I know from just personal experience, it's benefited me a lot, and that's why I started the Hemp Daddies brand, because as an ultra runner who struggled with the chronic injury of Achilles tendonitis, I've had this in my left ankle now for about 4 years. But I am just now starting to get super serious about physical therapy and doing deep tissue massage and things like that. But I started taking CBD because of the pain was just annoying. And I noticed a huge difference. The pain pretty much went away. As long as I was taking the CBD and using my transdermal cream, I had no pain there. I mean, the problem's still there. It still persists. I'm working on it. But the CBD has helped a lot reducing the inflammation with the pain. And I'm going to talk a little bit later about a physical therapist and his recommendations for CBD. And so the Achilles tendonitis was the thing that kind of got me first into CBD because I was lamenting my struggles with CBD. Sorry, not my struggles with CBD, my struggles with Achilles tendonitis, and somebody suggested I take CBD. And I'd heard about it before. I've done a lot of research on it. It's like, okay, I'm finally going to pull the trigger on this and do this. So one of the first things I noticed was I got better sleep. And I'm the type of guy who normally doesn't have a problem sleeping, but my sleep improved. And that pain in my Achilles tendonitis went away. And the bursitis in my shoulder that I've had for years from a car accident, that went away as well. So it's just a huge benefit to me personally, and there's tons of other anecdotal evidence out there about how it's helped other people, especially ultra runners and athletes. So we're going to talk about what exactly CBD is to start with. Then I'm going to talk a bit more about the specific things it can help with in ultra runners. So if you're not familiar with CBD, if you're just now hearing that athletes are using this and you want to know more about it, CBD comes from the cannabis plant. So from that plant, you basically have two varieties. You have the marijuana plant, which, as you know, contains THC and is responsible for getting you high. And then you have the industrial hemp plant, which contains practically no THC. It contains 0.3% THC or less, which is not enough to get you high. So there's zero psychoactive effects. You just get all the benefits of the cannabis plant without the high. It's that simple. And CBD is known for its anti-inflammatory benefits, and that's where athletes are getting the most benefit from CBD. So the first thing I want to point out is with CBD, you're going to get faster recovery times because it's battling that inflammation. It's going to help you heal and recover faster. So if you do like a long run on a Saturday, I mean, you're going to wake up Sunday morning feeling better than you normally do if you're taking CBD. So there's another ultra runner whose name's Avery Collins. His Instagram handle, I believe, is Running High, and he's also a user of THC, but he's also a huge advocate of CBD products because of their anti-inflammatory benefits. And it's a part of his daily regime because it helps him recover and heal faster. And one of the things I noticed with CBD, so first of all, I apologize for this cough. So I recently had a trip to Colorado. We were in our RV, we went up to Colorado. I'd been running in the Texas flats for months. So I had practically zero elevation training. We went to Colorado, started running in the mountains again. I was taking my CBD. I was using my transdermal cream on my quads, which is where I usually get the most inflammation. And I noticed something. It took me like a couple weeks to notice. I was like, wait a minute. I'm not feeling sore at all. I'm doing all this vertical gain. I don't feel sore at all. So I was like, wow, this CBD stuff is legit. So the third thing I want to put, actually this is the second thing. The first, I kind of told you guys what CBD was. Then we talked about faster recovery times in the athlete Avery Collins. Go check him out. He's a big proponent of CBD and cannabis. And the second thing I want to talk about is the pain and inflammation aspect of it. So CBD is really good about reducing pain. So everyone is going to have a different experience with that. Some people, like CBD, will help with acute pain and long-term pain. But there is a guy named Dan Fry from Portland, Maine. He's a physical therapist. And what in his findings with his patients is most people got the most benefit if they had like kind of chronic pain, like I do with this Achilles tendinitis. The acute pains, people didn't get as much relief from that. At least in his experience. My experience has been different. I know others who have had different experience. So the CBD affects people differently. So what you want to do with CBD is experiment and figure out what is going to work best for you. And Dan Fry recommends physical therapy, of course, and deep tissue massages and actually treating the injury. So CBD is not a magic bullet. It's not going to heal your problem. It is going to help the process. And so I'm a huge proponent of figuring out what your dose is. And that's the next thing I'm going to talk about is just the dosing. So everyone, like I said, everyone reacts to CBD differently. So the motto is start low and go slow. I usually recommend starting off with about 5 milligrams a night at bedtime. And that's going to actually start helping you sleep better, which also contributes to recovery. Then what you want to do after about a week of using that 5 milligram dose, up it to 10 milligrams. Then if you're not seeing the results you want, start taking another dose in the morning, like a 10 milligram dose. And this is also a great thing, take an extra dose post-workout to help with recovery. And like I said, everyone's going to be different, so you're going to have to experiment with the levels and dosing of CBD to figure out what works best for you. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is better sleep. This is like the first thing I noticed when I started using CBD is I got better sleep. I was a guy who could, hit the pillow and fall asleep within 5 or 10 minutes. But it was kind of a restless sleep. I would usually wake up anywhere from 2 to 4 times during the night. I would fall back asleep pretty quickly. But when I started taking CBD, I slept like a rock. I was out the entire night. And as you know, sleep contributes to your recovery and to your healing. So in that aspect, CBD is going to help you recover faster because you're sleeping better. And so my wife, incidentally, she's always been the type of person who took her 30 minutes to fall asleep. And it always annoyed her that I would fall asleep before her. But when she started taking CBD, she was falling asleep at the same time I was. So there's a huge benefit to CBD. So with athletes, it's going to help you reduce pain and inflammation, which is going to also help you continue to get out there in training and kind of work through those pains. But I don't advise you to work through pain if it's a problem. Listen to your body. But it does help with those pains, and it helps with reduce the inflammation. It helps you recover faster. So there's this absolutely huge benefit to CBD, especially for us ultra athletes who are out there running 50, 60, 100-mile weeks. We put in lots of mileage, so we do a lot of damage to our body. So we need to do everything we can to help it repair. And I really believe that kind of starting from here on out, CBD is it's kind of like a groundswell effect right now. It's still pretty new. People are just now starting to learn about it. I think 5 to 10 years from now, like CBD oil is going to be just as common as like fish oil in omega-3 and 6 supplements. That's how common CBD is going to become. And so, but if you guys get in on the ground level, you're going to start getting these benefits a lot sooner. Anyway, as I said earlier, my name is Caleb Simpson with Hemp Daddies, and I'm actually here to answer your questions. That's what makes Hemp Daddies so different from other CBD companies is I'm the face of the company. I'm the guy running it. I'm the customer service. I'm here to answer your questions because I want to help you. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Leave comments here in the video, visit our website, send us an email. I'm happy to help. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day.